So good afternoon. This is Thomas, and I'm just going to teach you how to write an informal letter in IELTS. And I think informal letters are tougher to write. So here we have a class, and we are just going to get into this. So first of all, can you read the general test information which can help you? Can you begin with it? Number one, Manish.
Yeah. Uh, okay, number one,
Yes, what I've highlighted.
writing task come immediately after the reading task.
Yes. Can you read that next one, number two, Rishabh?
You have 60 minutes to do it.
Three, Roshni.
Yes, sir. Do writing task 2 first if possible, then writing task 1.
Yeah, depending on how you feel, but I strongly recommend, and so do many, that it's better to write the essay first because it is double the strength. You know, you have 66% of the weightage of your writing task is on your essay. So write that first and then come to the letter. But you'll need to write the letter super fast because you're running out of time and the pressure at the end will build up here. So rather than have an incomplete essay, it would be better that your writing task one gets through certain challenges. But I hope that practice you can easily do both, right? Number four, Manish.
Writing task one has 33.33% weightage towards your overall writing bands.
Yeah. So they will take the essay. Suppose you get seven and six, you got seven bands in it. They will double that, and then they will add the writing task band to that doubled situation, and then they will divide it by 3. So that's how they calculate your scores. Number 5, Rishabh.
In paper-based test, write 7 words per line to meet word limits.
Leave
Leave
a
a
line.
line after paragraphs.
Yes. So if you're depending on how you're writing, you should write 7 words per line. There are 30 lines on the paper. If you write 7 and leave 1, you should easily be able to meet the word limits of 150 plus ones. Now here are some strategies to do well in the informal letter. If you want to do well, the first thing is, can you read this one, Manish?
The informal tone is to be adapted for friends and relatives with whom you are very friendly with.
Yeah, so here you wouldn't say dear, Mr. and all that. You should have a very informal tone. What do I mean by informal tone? You would say, dear Jack, how's everything going? I hope all's well with you. So it's more like a chatty tone with a good friend. Suppose a friend writes to you saying, dear Mr. Patel, uh, my name is Thomas, and my ID is XYZC3PO. I am writing to inform you about this party that I am hosting. It doesn't sound very good, right?
Yes.
If a friend writes to you formally, so you have to become as if you're chit-chatting with a phone or with a friend. Yeah. Number letter B. Can you read that, Roshni?
Yes. Liberally use contractions. Example, hope all is well with you.
Yeah, so you can use contractions like that, and it's important that you use it so that the examiner can note that this person knows how to use contractions. So instead of saying I will, what can you
I'll.
say? I'll. Manish, instead of saying I would, what can you say?
I
I'd. Rishabh, instead of saying it is, what can you say?
It's
It's. How would you spell it's, Rishabh?
IT IT apostrophe S.
Yes, IT apostrophe S. Then you will have 3 main paragraphs. The first paragraph will ask how your buddy, I just put buddy so that you know you're talking to a buddy kind of person, is doing, and then briefly inform why you are writing. So if you think of 3 paragraphs. First paragraph, inquire how's he doing, briefly inform why you're writing. Paragraph 2, you explain in greater details why so the details will be more in paragraph 2, and paragraph 3 deals with the other 2 points in the question. So I'll show you what the question is. You'll understand how you should approach it. And in closing, just say looking forward to, and have a nice interesting line to end your letter. Can you read D, Manish?
add a sign of
Yes.
Add a sign off to read. Take
Uh,
care.
yeah. So when you're putting a sign off line, don't put yours faithfully, yours friendly, or yours something like that. You can put take care. Some people I've seen British Council people, especially in the UK, writing cheers.
Mhm.
Yeah. And E, can you read E, Rishabh?
Yes, put your first name only.
Yeah, so don't put your first and last name. Since it's a friend, just put your first name only. Now, you all are aiming for high bands. I'm showing you an extremely high band letter, and I have also an option for a simpler letter where the LR is lower. But this is how an informal letter looks like. Can you read it, Manish?
Yeah. Mm, Informal letter. You are having a party and want to invite your friend from a different city. Write a letter to your friend in your letter.
It's not later. It
Letter.
pronounces a letter.
Letter.
Yeah, letter. Okay, in your letter. Incidentally, letters are a common speaking topic also in IELTS. You will have, do you send letters? Describe a letter that you received. So they'll check your pronunciation. If you say later, they will make a note of it and give you a lower score when it comes to pronunciation. So it's
Oh,
letter. Yeah?
Mm.
Continue, Manish.
okay. Describe why you are having the party.
Huh.
Give directions on how to get to the venue.
Hmm.
Suggest how you can accommodate him or her.
Suggest how you can. Can you read this instruction that's given, Rishabh?
Yes. Write a list. Write at least 150 words.
Hmm.
You do not need to write any addresses.
Yeah, you don't
Being
have to
your letter.
write, yes, sorry for
Yes.
interrupting, but you don't have to write any addresses,
Addresses.
and they will give an instruction, begin your letter as follows. So in your answer sheet, you should begin with dear, and they will
Mm.
have a blank. So here I'm writing to a friend, if you notice, I'm not putting dear Mr. Smith or anything. I'm just
Mm.
saying dear Joe.
True.
And now if you see, you'll see how the tone is so informal. And yet, since you're writing, it shouldn't go overboard. So don't use SMS or text kind of language. Don't put
Mm.
LOL and LMAO and all that, right?
Mm.
It's still
Okay.
writing. So don't get too informal that it starts breaking and soon looks like a WhatsApp message.
Ha ha ha. Ache, ache, ache.
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. So, can you read this nicely? First sentence, Roshni.
Yes, it's been so long since we met.
Hmm.
How are you doing?
How are you
Yes.
doing? See, here I put, how are you doing?
Hmm.
How are you doing? Then see, can you read this one, Manish?
Guess what?
Huh. Guess what? Yane, suna kya? Guess what?
Hmm.
Can you
Hmm.
read the next
Yes.
one?
I've just landed my dream job at Google uh, in
Ink. Yeah.
Inc. Okay, Google Inc. And I'm throwing a party for all my bosom friends on Friday, 16 September, 8 p.m. Do come.
You see that? Isn't this
Hmm.
how you would speak to a friend?
Yes.
And this is a letter, so they're hoping that you have written all this so that it's gone by post and they're reading it. Guess what? Okay, I've just landed my dream job. Okay, dream job. What is this when you speak in IELTS language? Why will they give you good scores for this? What kind of thing is this? Words that appear together.
Something you achieved, what
Yeah,
you
yeah, but what do you call this? Words that achieve, that usually come together. Rishabh,
Yes, sir.
words that
exam.
usually come together. Hectic schedule. What are they called, Roshni?
Sir, actually, I got lost with my connection. What was the question?
What do you call these kind of words that keep coming together? Dream job, throwing a party, bosom friends.
No
Do you
idea.
remember? They are called collocations. Do you remember?
Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
collocation.
You
yes.
forgot collocations, I think, but it's something that IELTS gives you good scores if you use such kind of language.
Yes.
So instead of just saying I landed a job, you can make it dream job. Instead of just saying I'm hosting a party, you can say I'm throwing a
Throwing a
party.
party.
For all our friends, you can say bosom friends.
Awesome.
Bosom friend. Okay.
Remember, you're not just writing this letter to fulfill a task, you are looking to score bands.
Yes.
And if you see the descriptors, the public band descriptors of IELTS writing, they will say exactly what kind of things we're doing. And it says uses a range of collocations, you'll get good scores.
Okay.
Okay, here in this one, maybe I'm writing at a higher level. So some of the words may be not known to you, but I have a simpler option down there, right? Can you read
Yes.
this, Rishabh?
You did surely recall that
You'd,
I was.
you'd,
You'd
you'd is a
surely.
contraction of what?
You
Yeah.
would.
You did.
You would.
You would
Okay.
का है.
Okay. You would surely.
Yes, you'd surely recall.
You'd surely recall that I was
Gaga. What does Gaga mean? You know Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga.
I guess.
Yes, what do you think Gaga? Manish, Gaga.
No, I have no idea, sir.
Gaga means extremely excited.
Excited. Curious.
Not curious, very excited. Ah,
Excited.
Okay.
the crowd went gaga when Lady Gaga appeared on stage. Rishabh goes gaga when Jay Patel meets him after his extra hectic day. Manish, do you go gaga on something?
Yeah.
Manish
Uh,
goes gaga playing the guitar. Do you play the guitar?
no,
Okay.
I don't actually.
Manish,
I would love, but
I think
I
all
don't.
of you will go gaga if you get 778 in IELTS.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you agree?
Best
Yeah.
example.
Yeah, so
Yes.
remember that, right? So gaga.
Yes.
About wanting to? Yes, Rishabh, continue reading.
Okay. You'd surely recall that I was gaga about wanting to work as a software developer at Google since our college days.
Yeah, see all these when your paper reaches an IELTS examiner or your computer thing reaches an IELTS examiner, they will note all these words and they'll say, wow, this guy has a lot of collocations happening. He has software developer, he has Gaga, he has college days, है ना? ये सब collocations में आपको
Mhm.
score मिलते जाएगा, right?
Okay.
Then, can you continue? Next, Roshni?
Yes. Getting into it, however, was not a piece of cake.
Yes.
I burned the midnight.
What do you mean? What do you mean by not a piece of cake?
Not an easy task to do.
Not an easy task. अगर easy task है तो what will it be, Manish? बहुत easy task है तो the opposite of this
Piece
word
of
then.
cake.
It's a piece of cake. समझे आप?
Mhm.
अगर that's the beauty of English is it makes things so easy for you. अगर easy है, it's a piece of cake. अगर tough है, तो not a piece of cake. And see these words, however. You see that word, however? These are all,
Yes.
what are they called? Cohesive devices,
Linkers.
linkers. So you use these words and definitely you'll get 8 bands. Yes.
First, I have to use negative sentence, then however, and then positive sentence.
Yes.
Okay.
Or you should bring two contrasting things and bring however in between.
Okay.
Like, see, it rained a lot. However, there were a lot of floods also. So two
Yes.
different things linked by
However.
positive however. Yes, Roshni, continue.
Sorry, sir. I need to leave.
Yes, no problem. I'm recording it and I'll send it
Yeah,
to you.
sure. Please, sir.
Yeah.
So sorry. Yeah.
Don't be sorry. Yeah, continue, Roshni.
I burnt the midnight oil preparing for the reasoning tests, and voila, after many attempts, I got my appointment letter yesterday. Don't you think this is worth celebrating?
Yeah, see how they wrote this, how I wrote it rather. What do you mean by burning the midnight oil, Manish?
By working hard.
Working hard in midnight.
Yes. Oh, was it Manish who left the meeting?
Manish
Yes,
left the
Manish,
meeting.
right.
I'm
Oh,
here.
sorry. I burnt the I thought it was you. I burnt the midnight oil means you worked very hard. And these words, reasoning test, what are they, Rishabh?
Preparing for reasoning test. So preparing
In
for
our,
the interview.
I know, but in our IELTS language, what do you call these kind of words that come together? Reasoning tests, entrance
Co-location.
exams, collocations. Yeah, remember them quickly. So
Okay.
use these kind of words, your marks will go sky high. What does wala mean?
We don't know the meaning. Actually,
What
we
you
know the word,
remember
but
Voila.
in Arabic songs and all they say
yeah,
wallah.
voila. Yeah.
What does that mean? Anyway, it comes
Sabash.
from the French word, yes, wow. We say wow,
Wow.
right? So voila.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Voila.
So it's French that's come from Arabic, I think, and
Okay.
or maybe it's the other way around. In Lebanon and all, they use voila a lot, but it's definitely
Mhm.
French.
Voila.
And voila or wah, बहुत
Okay.
प्रयत्न के बाद, after many attempts, I got my appointment letter
Yes.
yesterday. And see, I brought in a question by asking them. Can you read that question, Roshni?
Don't you think this is worth celebrating?
Yeah, see, this is how you can also write a letter.
Okay.
So that was the first point. Describe why you are having the
Having the
party. You
party.
see, so you begin by giving a first sentence. I immediately told them, why did I put the venue and time and all immediately up front, Rishabh?
Because you are having a party and you are making a planning of it. So that's why you put all the things in single para.
That's right. But can you start thinking from the perspective of the reader?
Okay.
Second,
So
Why did I put the venue, time, and date? Means the time and date here. Actually, it's better I should have put the place also. Why? Because, any idea, Roshni?
it is given above in the question. Give the direction how to get the venue.
No. More like this is for a reader. If somebody is being inviting them, they would like to know fast.
Oh
Where is it?
yes.
When is it?
Yes.
So that
okay.
they can make a decision. So I don't want the reader or the examiner to go to the end of the letter. Are yaar, I won't be there. So rather than that, immediately you should put in such a situation,
Venue.
when and where is it?
Okay.
Okay, so I mentioned that first point. I told them why. Next, I'm going to deal with, what should I deal with next, Rishabh?
Give a direction
Okay.
to on
It's
how
the
to
third
get the
goal.
venue.
Yes,
It's
and then,
already done.
and what should
And
be the
then
third point?
the third point
Yes,
should be suggest how you can accommodate him
accommodate
or
him
her.
or her. So that's what should come in. Remember, you have only 20 minutes to do this. You're coming
Yes.
to the end of your writing test. So this will be a very fast writing. So you should
Yes.
prepare to write these kind of works in 15 minutes or something right now. You
Mm.
cannot have the luxury of taking so much time and writing. Yeah.
Yes.
So unless you practice, you won't be ready by the time your test is happening. Okay,
Yes.
now I'm going to say where it is and where he can stay. Can you read this,
Okay.
Rishabh?
The gathering is it is at the Grace Hangout, a swanky restaurant with a celebrate far.
No, with a
Oh, sorry, sir. A swanky restaurant with a delicate,
delectable.
delectable,
Delectable.
delectable.
What is
Okay.
delectable? See, these are all
Swanky
high
restaurant
band.
with a delectable fare. Okay.
What could it be? Guess, no?
Swanky restaurant.
Cheaper
What is
rates.
okay? Delectable means very tasty and high class.
Very tasty. Okay.
High
Okay.
class. What does swanky mean?
No idea.
Swanky.
Any idea what swanky means?
No.
Swanky means very premium.
Okay.
Have you been to a swanky restaurant, Roshni?
Yes, I
Yeah.
have been to Swanky restaurant when I visited the Mumbai.
Yeah, which one?
Air Lounge
L
by
Lounge.
Shapur. Air Lounge, yes.
Oh, the Air Lounge.
Yes, Air Lounge.
But was it a swanky restaurant? That's an airport lounge, right?
Mhm.
Um,
That's
oh, that I
Sayaji
don't
rest.
know. but
Sayaji
I
Hotels would be the
went there.
swanky restaurant.
Okay, swanky would be any of these 3-star, 5-star restaurants,
Yeah,
or a
Sayaji Hotel.
very high class restaurant, Sayaji restaurant or the Grand Mercure Surya Palace one, right? Those are
Mhm.
Yes,
swanky restaurant. Which restaurant, in your opinion, has a delectable fare, Rishabh?
The all kind of food,
Delectable
uh,
means something very nice,
very
very
nice and
high
tasty,
class.
very high class. In my point of view, a restaurant who provides all type of dishes like tasty Jain food and Mexican food as well. These all are the
Yeah. So
delectable
give me an
restaurant.
example. Give me the name of a restaurant which
So in my area, Sahyog restaurant is very popular for this all kind of food.
for
Yeah, there
delectable.
we can get many type of delicious foods
Sayyad.
like
Sayyad
no.
restaurant.
Sahyog,
Sahyog
Sahyog.
Sahyog
Sahyog.
restaurant.
Sahyog restaurant has delectable fare. Yes. Continue reading. Now I'm going to tell about where it is located. Start, Roshni.
It's a stone's throw from exit 4 of the express highway.
Hmm.
When you come from Ahmedabad,
Yes.
Jack, Joe, and all our college mates have confirmed their attendance.
Hmm.
I would hate for you to go back so late after the shindig.
Shindig. Shindig का meaning क्या
Shindig.
है?
No idea.
Another word for party. Party
Okay.
with friends. Do you have any
Okay.
shindigs at office, Rishabh?
No, because office is not allowing do
Any?
us such kind of party.
Yeah, so you should have a virtual shindig then,
Yeah,
where you
we have
can
a
off
cafeteria and downstairs, so we can do this
Mm.
kind of stuff over there, but in not in office premises,
not
not in
on the
office
office,
cafeteria,
not on the office
not
premises, a
on the
shindig.
office premises.
So you can stay with me in the guest room at my place.
Guest room.
Mm.
Yes, now read the last one, Roshni.
Looking forward to shaking a leg with the gang to some groovy music.
Yes, what does it mean to shake a leg?
Dance.
Dance,
Dance.
Dance.
dance. Okay.
Are you adept at shaking a leg, Rishabh?
No.
Okay. What about you, Roshni?
Yes, I am.
You are adept at shaking a leg.
Yes, yes, I do.
Do you have two left feet, Rishabh? Two left feet. Two left
Two
feet
left,
का meaning क्या
Left
है?
feet.
What could it mean? Two left feet. दो
two
बाई
left
बाई
feet.
pair. Somebody who cannot dance is called.
Oh,
He has two left feet.
okay.
For example, uh, you know,
Sunny Deol.
Sunny Deol has two left feet. That's the right picture. What about Jay? Roshni, does they have two left
Oh,
feet?
Oh,
he's
he's crazy about dance. Sorry.
he's which word I don't know which word I should use for him. He dance a lot.
He dances a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Aficionado.
Okay. No, aficionado wouldn't be somebody who dances.
Yes, yes,
You
yes,
can say he's an energetic dancer.
yes.
Yeah.
Energetic dancer.
So he must be the life of the shindig. Shindig.
Yes, yes, absolutely. He is a life of Shindig.
Of the shindig. Okay, he's the life of the shindig. So you can say cheers, and if you don't like cheers, you can say take care. I personally don't appreciate the British way. They always are
Yeah.
drinking a lot. So I
Uh-huh.
would say take care. Okay.
Okay.
And then you
Okay.
end it with Jack. Okay.
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 So come back quickly, but you get a feel of how it is?
Yes.
You
Mhm.
understand how to write this? So
Yes, sir.
Yes.
there is a lower LR option also. This is not with so many high bands. Maybe such kind of a writing could be a little overwhelming to some of us. So this is more simpler. Can you read it, Roshni?
Yes. Dear Joe, it's been so long since we met. How are you doing? I have just landed my dream job at Google Inc. and I'm throwing a party with all our bosom friends on Friday, 16th September, 8 p.m. at Vadodara. Do come. You
Yes,
would surely recall.
this is more simple. But dream job you should know. Okay, if you want 7 band, I hope you know dream job, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes,
You know
yes.
what bosom friends are. By now you should know bosom friends, jigri dost, and then
Yes.
throwing a party. Yes, continue, Rishabh.
You'd surely recall that I was I was keen to work as a software developer at Google since our college days.
Hmm.
Getting into it, however, was not easy.
Hmm.
I worked hard preparing for the interview.
Hmm.
By God's grace, after many attempts, I got my appointment letter yesterday.
Hmm.
This surely calls for a party.
Very good. Go to the next one.
Uh,
Roshni.
Yeah.
Roshni.
Yes, the gathering is at the Grace Hangouts, a swanky restaurant with delectable fare. It's a stone throw from exit 4 of the Ahmedabad Vadodara highway when you come from Ahmedabad. Jack, Joe, and all our college mates have confirmed their attendance. I would hate for you to go back so late after the party, so you can stay with me in the guest room at my place. Looking forward to having a great time with the gang. Cheers, Jack.
Okay. You see, this is
Yeah.
simpler, right?
mhm.
Yes,
So, simpler, you'll get lower scores, but don't worry. This is also, this takes care of all the task requirements.
yes.
I'm putting take care also instead of, you can say take care. I'm sure our friend Jay likes cheers, but it's up to you. Are you clear?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yes.
So I'll show you how to write more, but stay connected. Come back.
Mhm.
Yes.